Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to
James,
the JARCAST.
WTF was that, James? Come on, you motherfucker. Try again.
WYD, FTW, what WTF?
Put a bit of enthusiasm in it.
Good afternoon, morning,
That's
evening,
more
or
like
night,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jar Media Podcast, episode 110.
Oh, you're goddamn right. It is 110.
Wow.
Woohoo! Yahoo!
I keep track of it now.
By the way, fellas, Augie's giving me a little cuddle, but sorry, so cute. It's really distracting.
He's not cute.
Alex, what? What are you going to say?
I've been saving an anecdote for this episode.
Okay,
for
which
110?
is that?
Or just for like...
Just for
Wait,
whatever
was it
cost.
something you were going to say the other day and you
Yeah,
didn't?
Jim knows it,
What was it?
but Ruben and James
Yeah,
don't.
you were going to tell me and then you said I'll save it for the cast.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's
God, I don't
Jim,
actually
it's
remember what
about-
it was though.
it's about the delivery man.
Oh, yeah.
How
Jim's cringing again.
and how my-
I cringe and Alex didn't even tell me the story. He just told me kind of a bit.
I have no clue.
So yeah,
Oh,
this
James.
is why I was trying to save it. So you guys know I'm a bit of a huge liar. Love the old lie.
Yes.
Really just
I mean,
gets
you
me
lied
going.
the other day about like buying a car brand new. Like, yeah, it's coming. You just
I
lied
just
about
can't
it.
help it.
And afterwards I was just sort of like, why did he lie about that? Because it didn't even.
I
lead
thought
to
it
a
was
joke.
obvious that I was lying.
I-
but-
Well, like, the
thought
thing
it
is,
was
I
very
wouldn't be surprised.
The thing is, we all detect like different lies from Alex. Like one of us always knows,
Yeah.
but normally like the other two don't catch on quite so quickly.
I never catch on, like, normally.
Well, the thing is,
then it's
because I'm
like-
not here very often, I was just like, he could very well have just done that.
Yeah,
So to me, it's just like it's
I
perfectly
don't even have a
reasonable.
license.
but yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but, you
the
know,
thing.
because you said it was coming at some point. I was like, you
But
probably
anyway.
to get the license. Whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
carry on.
continue your story.
So, as a lot of people do in the UK, we'll order food from online supermarkets.
Yeah,
So
I
you-
don't do that at all, but yeah.
I said like a lot of people, not like James from Jar Media.
1 in 4 people.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. So
No, I do
anyway,
it.
No, you don't.
I was
Yes, I
sitting
do.
around.
No, you don't.
Stop licking my knee!
He loves you, James.
I know.
I was sitting
but-
around watching something, a secret movie on a project I'm working on, and I hear the doorbell. Oh, it's my food delivery. Pause the movie. All that's going through my head is this funny movie. Anyway, go to the door, answer it. It's just your friendly Ocado delivery man, just doing his thing. It's a nice warm day. He was being pretty nice. Normally these Ocado delivery drivers, or any delivery driver from any supermarket, they're not that invested, they don't care. They're just like, here you go, hope you have a nice day. Otherwise, and they just leave.
Yep.
But this time was different. This was a talkative fella who decided to ask me, or to probe me. He was very interested in my life for some reason. I don't know, maybe he was surprised by what he saw when I opened the door. But anyway, he starts asking me questions. He asks, oh, so what have you been up to today then? And now's when the lies begin.
Oh,
Well, actually, no, the lies didn't start quite yet. I just said, because if you want to put someone down and make them stop asking questions, you say, oh, I was just chilling. Because, like, no one cares about what you're chilling. You know, what you're doing when you're chilling.
What are you doing when you're chin chilling?
Yeah, exactly. So he said, oh, just chilling. And then for some reason he jumps to, oh, right, you studying, are you? He just fell over and was funny. Yeah, he asked, oh, are you studying, are you? And then what are those diagrams where, like, there's the yes or no, and depending on your answers,
I can't think what they're called, but yeah. I forgot.
Flow diagram?
Flow charts,
Yeah.
yeah.
that happened in my head, and it was like, lie or not lie. And I went to lie. And I said, yeah, I'm studying.
I feel like if Alex was to spin the wheel of lie, not lie, there's only one that is not lie.
Well, like the not lie is like that.
yeah, and
And
the
the
rest
rest
is
is
just lie.
So, the lie begins. The lie that ultimately comes round and pounds me in the bottom begins. So I said, yeah, I'm studying. And then he asked, oh, right, so what, you at uni? And I just shut down. I was just like, I just looked at him with a blank expression and said nothing. And then the questions continued. And then he was like, yeah, no.
Stop sniffing
And
my
I said,
knee.
yeah. And then he was like, "Oh, where'd you go? What are you studying?"
Oh God! You don't even know any universities or courses.
See, if I was smart, I would have just said Royal Holloway.
Yeah, that
That
would have
would've
been
been smart.
sensible. So what did you say?
I just said, "Yeah."
Oh my God!
Yeah. To him asking where do you go for uni, I just said, "Yeah." And then I walked into the kitchen. I grabbed the bags that you're supposed to reuse, and I just came back and gave them to him, and we stared each other in the eyes. He was still waiting for a response, and I was just silent. And then he just walked off, and that was it. And then I closed the door and I started scream laughing, so loud. And because it's so hot at the moment, the back doors are open, and I'm pretty sure he heard because the van was out there for a long
You
time.
probably would have just heard through the front door. Though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the kitchen windows are probably open, so the van was out there for a weirdly long time afterwards. It might have confused them a bit. So, moral of the story: make sure your lies are more convincing.
See, I thought you made a ridiculous lie, and he knew something about what you lied about, and then there was an answer.
That was my fear.
That's what
No,
That's why I went into the stone wall, because my fear was that my lie would somehow get me into an even worse situation.
So what
Where you just say, "Oh yeah, I go to Royal Holloway," to which he'd say, "Oh yeah, my brother's cousin went there," and then ask
cousin,
it.
that would be his fucking cousin.
My brother's sister's brother.
That's still his brother. Still his brother.
Yeah. So I was like, the flow chart just fell apart at that point, and I was stuck. But the thing is, Jim was like, when I told Jim the other night, he was like, "Wow, that sounds really awkward." But I just don't find things awkward like that for some reason.
I was expecting it to be way worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
What I also said was, why lie?
Yeah.
What do you gain?
Because you weren't thinking more than one step ahead at all.
Well, this is
I'm thinking at least four ahead at
When
all
someone
times.
asks me a question, my default is always the truth.
Yeah.
Unless it's a weighted
No, but this is
question
what
where I
screwed
could
me over.
get in
I
trouble.
was going into this situation with a certain expectation of this fella's just going to hand me the food I ordered and then he's going to go.
Mhm.
They'd never normally probe you. But as soon as the questions started coming, I was like, uh-oh.
That should put you in more of a state of just telling the truth, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell him.
Whenever I get food delivered at university, they don't ask if I'm studying because,
It's kind of a
obvious.
given.
well, it's a given. They might ask what course I'm doing, but I don't say oh yeah, I'm doing music or something, because what does that get you? I mean, the guy's not even going to ask. He's not,
It's small talk. He doesn't give a shit. Just
No.
say that.
I tend
Well,
to say,
that was my...
nothing.
I got to the point where it was either commit to lie or tell truth. I just committed to lie, but with no substance or explanation. So, oh god, if you guys could have been the fly on the wall, you would have been squeeing an XD, and I'm pretty sure.
Well, that was a shit anecdote. James, you got anything better?
Nah, it was good.
James?
So I was down to club.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hotline Bling comes on.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, just just everyone.
Just doing those double dabs.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Mhm.
triple.
Yeah?
I saw a quad, fucking
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah?
Was it a chicken triple?
So anyway, Jim, carry on.
Yeah, man.
Anything else of note, James? No? Not been twerking or nothing like that? Yeah,
I've not been twerking.
that's a shame.
Nor have I.
No, we all know
Bullshit.
that's a lie.
Fucking horse shit.
We all know that's a freaking lie.
I actually can't twerk, though. On the real audience.
Yeah, they're
it's like a
real.
meme, but on the real audience. Can't do it. So,
I can't twerk either.
Sorry,
so
that means-
there's 2 out of
that
4.
Well, it
means
makes
dead.
sense that James can't.
Why?
yeah, well, James can barely, there's nothing there to,
There's nothing there to twerk.
there's barely anything there. Just full stop.
Yeah, James, got to eat more.
I eat all the time.
Would
I'm
you eat,
still-
though? Fat and sugar, probably all the time.
No,
raisins, nuts, fruit.
Great. So you eat like nothing.
No, they're dense things and they help weight gain.
Yeah, but you should also eat like lots of carbs as well.
I eat pasta.
More pasta then. You're not eating enough.
Eat a rice.
Eat
I
a
eat rice.
whole rice.
Yeah.
Imagine like instead of grains of rice, what
I
if
was
the grains of
gonna
rice
say,
was
like,
one
just-
big rice and you like grate it on a rice
Not even
grater?
graty. You just get like a knife and fork and go.
Oh, it would be so gungy.
It'd be like a steak.
Imagine how long it would take to like boil that through though, like one huge rice.
It would take longer, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We need to develop that in Alex's kitchen.
Jim, get one giant rice for us, please.
Let me just go to like Sang Helios.
Jim loves Halo.
Do you know what I was thinking about last night, I think, when I was like napping?
What?
I was just thinking about the mendicant bias, like...
See?
Speaking of the mendicant bias, does that explain like how Rey has such an easy time flying the Millennium Falcon by herself?
No.
No.
You watched it yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Thoughts? You didn't
Just
say.
what explain what? What? Huh? We're talking about mendicant bias.
He was joking. He was using it as a segue to go into The Force Awakens.
I don't want to talk
All right, because I thought I just missed
Mendicant
something. I was like, wait,
bias
did I miss like an operative thing there?
No.
No.
Just my,
Jim rewatched it for some reason.
What do you mean for some reason? I told you the exact reason.
I couldn't remember just now. So.
What did you watch
Truthfully, I watched a video on it that said why people are being like too harsh on it.
Yeah.
I
By who?
thought, the Cosmonaut Variety Hour.
Right.
So I thought I'll check it out and see if my opinions like change.
Yeah.
I'll see what I think. And I liked it more and disliked it more at the same time.
Yeah. Why is that? You've always been the harshest on it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Finn for like the first half, maybe a bit more, is so fucking annoying. Like
Why?
just the way he's written and maybe the way he's directed or just the way he's acting. It's hard to say, but a
Why?
combination of all three. Just like the cute boyfriend thing. But he says shit like that so much when it just doesn't seem right. You know? He's meant to be this...
The only one that ever
I was
bugged me was that
I
one.
read some little like background lore about it. And it was like he's a trained, highly skilled sharpshooter trained by the First Order since birth. And then he's like, "Hey, you got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, you're a stone cold killer, Finn."
No, I get that he's not a
He
killer.
hasn't
because
killed anyone yet.
what I
has he?
what I assume, because he says that he was like a janitor on the
Mhm.
Death Star, because his first mission is the one
Yeah.
from the start of the
beginning.
movie. So I assumed he was a janitor up until that point. You know, he'd been trained to shoot and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, shit like that, and
Yeah. That's the worst line, but the rest of it's fine to me.
the rest of it isn't fine. His humor just like falls flat, pretty fucking hard. Also, at the start, he's obviously like afraid of all the action and stuff, and then he jumps in a TIE fighter and just fucking massacres like loads of unarmed people in the bridge.
Not
and
even a
shit.
pilot. Not even a pilot.
Well, he's not flying
He's
it.
not flying. Which
Oh,
is
right.
fair
Shooting.
enough. He's
I barely remember the film. Actually.
it's when he gets Oscar Isaac to fly him
Oh
around,
yeah, yeah.
and he's
then
just on the gun,
Oh,
and then he
he
kills
really
so many
moves.
people.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense if he was like hesitant. You know?
Yeah.
And then maybe they
And
fired
then-
one shot, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he was like,
Yeah,
that's how they
or
did it.
something,
Yeah.
or where Poe like tells him to do it. You know, and if his character contrasted more with the other ones, but like Poe is a snarky, cheeky little dude,
Cheeky little slimer. Yeah.
and then Finn is a cheeky little slimer.
Yeah.
Like because those two get on really well from the start, even though it's apparent that Finn is only being really selfish, but Poe still fucking loves him.
Yeah.
Good thing, like the way the movie looks,
Mhm.
"Yeah."
like fucking ace.
It was
just
such. I
remember
remember
it looked
like
amazing.
being so nervous before it beginning, and then as soon as it began, within 5 minutes, I was like, okay, my fears are pretty much gone. Because like
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine what a Star Wars film, a modern Star Wars film would even look like. Because the last ones we saw were either that Clone Wars movie from like 2009 or whatever,
It's a good movie that.
or the prequels,
I love Zero the Hutt.
which like were shot on digital that have aged so badly that they can't even be remastered at this point to be like 4K. So yeah, all right.
Yeah.
The
So
best
in
part of
Force
that
Awakens
movie
done?
is,
Well, there's Rey as well.
Okay. That's the thing that bothers me the most is how she's such a good pilot. Out of nowhere.
I'm okay with like the techie stuff. Just the piloting is kind of weird
Yeah.
because she spends all her time like in old
Mhm.
Imperial ships and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I'm fine with that. It's
But
just the
Flying
I guess
the
they-
Millennium
they
Falcon
tr-
by herself and shit.
they try to gloss over it with her being really bad at it at first.
But she isn't.
Which she is. She like crashes like into like a huge thing.
Yeah, but she still beats those two highly trained.
That's what I'm saying.
First
It
order
starts
TIE
like that,
fighters.
and I guess the thing in it of itself is supposed to be her getting the hang of it because she's so ultimate or whatever.
There always seems to be this thing of like the one that can use the Force is just a bit lucky all the time as well.
Mhm.
They're one with the Force, so they
Well,
always
yeah,
get
it's
lucky.
the ultimate plot device. Of,
Yeah.
Well, the Force
Because
helped.
Luke does it,
Yeah.
Anakin does it, and Rey does it. All three of them
Yeah.
do it.
It's
just
just
like
something
in the
that
first movie,
but
they achieve something
at
ridiculous
least
of a
it-
ship.
At least they established the whole piloting thing with Anakin and Luke. There's nothing to do, because
Doesn't Anakin
it's
just,
one
like-
it's one throwaway line.
because
in The
Anakin
New
just kind
Hope,
of gets stuck.
but that's more than what Rey
gets.
gets.
I guess.
Rey gets they're running towards the ship and Finn's like, we need a pilot, and then she says, we have one, saying she's the pilot, which I guess is
Maybe-
But that could just be like interpreted as just her determination. I guess they didn't want to have one throwaway line and just figured we'll just show her being shit at it for a bit.
But I
and then
mean,
it'll
in a
sort of
movie that's
change.
full of them like describing exactly what's going on, it would have been nice for them to like.
Maybe a smarter thing would have been that speeder at the beginning be something that flies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would have solved that issue.
but I mean, not only does she fly
does,
this
does
ship,
she not say no? She does acknowledge it when she gets into the Falcon. She says, "I've never flown anything like this big before," or something along that line. Those lines.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
you
I
sure?
don't really
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
because
she
I
does.
haven't watched
I
it in
remember.
ages.
I watched it yesterday and I don't remember that line.
She definitely does.
Wow.
if I'm
Jim.
wrong, you can call me out
Wow.
on it.
Should we-
And if you fly,
No,
I could drive a van
No,
I drive
because
a car,
Finn
so-
asks, "Have you flown this ship before?" And she's like, "No."
But why would he ask that? Have you flown the Millennium
Doesn't she
Falcon?
say, I've never
before?"
flown this ship
they d-
before? Does she say
They,
that?
they don't know.
She says a line that insinuates that she's flown things before,
God damn
Right.
it.
but whatever.
I mean, if you
Anyway, what I wanted to say-
script if I have to.
Was her whole like refusing help from everyone, and
You wish it
never.
had more of a payoff, yeah.
Well,
than
it
arc.
doesn't. It only does good things for her.
hmm
Which like the themes of Star Wars are normally about like teaming up and friendship and shit like that, you know.
Sort of.
Well,
Star
like-
Wars doesn't really have many themes,
Well, not.
really.
I mean, not themes, but one of the in all of them, in the original trilogy,
hmm
everyone helps each other. You know, like Luke couldn't have done the trench run without Han Solo coming to help, etc.
hmm
But Rey refuses all help and never needs help.
Oh, this is the line. He asks, "You ever flown this thing? You ever fly this thing?" Sorry, and she says, "No, this ship hasn't been flown in years." That's the line.
Is that what she says?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm wrong then.
Thank you.
I'm on as well.
There's just a lot of her saying, I can do this, I can do this." It just seemed to be like the whole idea was she just did it on pure determination because she had to. But it's like, I could like say, I'm going to land this airplane because the pilot's
Yeah.
sick with pure determination. But guess what? We definitely all die.
We don't have the Force in real life, though, so...
So,
yeah,
Just
anyway.
one line of dialogue would have done it for me.
To be honest, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, it doesn't bug me
Visuals,
either.
like-
Like, I
Yeah.
don't really care.
Star
Whatever.
Wars is full of all sorts of nonsense. So like,
That's the thing.
I just
It's
let it all
just.
slip.
It's when
The-
you try and apply logic to Star Wars, like, it completely falls apart. Any one of them.
It's not about
Yeah.
the. I mean, the thing that bugged me the most was Finn's characterization,
Yeah.
which was so of like this era of movies.
hmm
Like characters have
But
to be
he's-
written in this way.
The thing is, like, you don't like it, but it's what the modern audience wants.
Mhm.
But I
it
mean, it's
reflects
fine to
what
have
the-
a character like that. Have Poe, you know.
Well, he's barely in the film.
He's actually in it more than I remembered. I thought he was in like 2 scenes,
He's
but
only in the first and last act. He's not even in the biggest chunk of it.
he's in the grass part as well.
So that's the last act.
No, the grass part.
What the fuck is the grass
The
part?
bit with Maz's
Well,
castle.
that's one hell of a pilot. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's in the ship.
Yeah,
Like,
Like,
there's that cool bit where he kills loads of.
He kills
TIE
like
fighters.
13
Yeah.
type whatever.
also, the same as my original thought. Han Solo's death fucking sucks.
I think it's alright. I'm more annoyed by just the whole thing with Han. Like
What whole thing?
He's like the exact same character he was 30 years ago. It's just kind of weird to me. He's like hasn't progressed or changed at all.
I mean, you know, some people never do change though. There are people that just live their whole lives the exact same.
I mean,
you know, you see people in our shitty town, for example.
But when you
that are
consider
just the
like
same
what's
forever.
happened to him is the thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I think the
He has
logic
his
is
son,
that he
yeah.
runs away from everything and goes back to what he
Mhm.
knows
Yeah.
after what his son did.
Just being a wisecracking, smuggling ass bitch.
Yeah.
Also, Kanja Club are probably the best thing in the movie.
Tell that to Kanja Club.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Whatever.
You done?
Shit movie.
I like the
Moving on.
movie.
I got to
favourite
like the
bit?
halfway point and was like, alright, I think I'm going to bump this up to 4 stars on Letterboxd.
hmm.
And then Finn kept going, and I was like, nah, this is 3.5.
I don't know if I've given it a rating on Letterboxd. I don't think I have.
You have?
Have I?
Yeah, you both gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so fucking annoying because Finn is like the best and worst character in the movie.
Hmm.
Because I think he's the only one with an arc.
He's kind of like the Han Solo character. He's the only one with an arc in
Yeah.
New Hope.
But his dialogue is so much worse than, like, they got Han Solo right in the movie.
Hmm.
It's like they can't make their own character and not have it be
I'm
fucking
gonna stop
just a
chewing my
Marvel
fucking
hero.
hands. I just keep this bit on my hand that's really pissing me off, and I keep it.
Let's go to Reddit.
Yeah.
Let's go to the REDIP. Ready?
What? Reddit.
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 So many of them just
Reddit,
role
Reddit.
play. It's like, no, they have to be natural, actually. Not gonna fucking do your bullshit role plays.
That's
Well-
fucking gold coming from you.
Just gotta fill this glass up with some water. Sorry, everyone.
Nice.
He's gonna
Let me
go
look at a good
pour
one.
vodka into his.
Shiny says,
Fucking hell!
when was the most inappropriate time that you've burst into uncontrollable laughter?
We were walking in Cannes on a dog walk, and this child on a bike lost control and rode straight into a pole and fell off, and I laughed, and you guys were like, what are you laughing at? That's probably the only time
So
I
James
can
likes children's
no,
pain.
No, it was no.
Ruben, you got
No.
What? Are we talking about like guilty pleasures or
no.
something?
When was the most inappropriate time you've burst into uncontrollable laughter?
I can't remember. Don't think there was a time.
I remember lots of them in like primary school and secondary school, where
when
someone said something funny and then everyone had to be like silent. I'm just like, just can't handle it. And sometimes a little sneaks out.
Well, that's
It's
always
very
one of the
embarrassing.
funniest. You're
yeah,
you're just
like trying to
crying.
hold it
Just
makes it
crying.
funnier
Yeah.
as well.
That's probably because you're starving yourself of oxygen to do it, and then you get lightheaded, so then everything's funny.
I remember a couple of times just going, just because you have to get it out. Just like in class, but like, and then I was waiting for a reaction, and then no one did anything, so it's like, okay.
I don't remember
that one.
I always, when this kind of scenario happens, try to play it off as a cough.
Yeah, you just do that. It's always one of those. I can't think of any like
I can't think of any like
inappropriate
there isn't.
times because I don't remember. I just don't remember things like that.
No, I don't either.
I've got one. It's when someone we know, Jim, like showed me their debit card that had like someone printed on it,
Their wife.
and it was like the worst picture ever. And like I couldn't help but scream laugh at it. And it was just like, what?
I don't know how that stuff never caught on, did it? Personalized cards.
Well, it was kind of stupid because then everyone sort of knows
Yeah.
like, exactly whose card it is.
Yeah,
like,
it helps.
the
It helps.
person.
It
Yeah.
helps someone who wants to steal your identity. Got some like more data to work
I just
off.
like the normal cards.
You could
looks
like print a
bland
Blade Runner still on it though or something.
Yeah.
and look
Yeah.
really edgy.
Damn, son.
Damn, son.
Dicks Ahead
Good.
asks for all. Actually, no, I'll do the other one first. For Jim. Good evening, Jim. Then for all.
Good afternoon, morning, or night.
Nice. For all, what would you say has been the funniest moment of your friendship? The funniest moment.
Of your friendship as like an abstract concept. My friendship. This aura
Yeah.
that surrounds me. My friendship. The friendship you offer, Jim. What's the funniest bit about the friendship you offer?
Just think about
I'm
the
just
last
choosing-
time.
I'm just
Fucking-
choosing to interpret the question in a way that's totally wrong.
It sounds
be, like,
like
pedantic.
an interview question.
Yeah.
You know? Just
Yeah,
like,
it
how
does.
the fuck am I even meant to answer that, you dickhead?
I just feel like I'm a pretty nice person, you know?
I have a good one that I remember of Ruben that I found really funny from
Yeah?
like
Yeah,
years
what was
ago.
Oh, I don't know. Am I going to enjoy this or not?
I think
No.
you will. No, I think you will. Because we were just sat, you're probably playing Crossfire on Lappy,
Yeah.
and you got a phone call from your mum. And like, something happened. And like, you just said something to her and like, just hung up. And I just remember finding it really funny.
That's
No,
rung
I
a bell
remember
for some
something like
reason.
Yeah. Whatever she said really annoyed you.
Yeah, I
No,
remember.
know. I think something had... Mine was something to do with my brother, and she phrased something in this really ridiculous way to make it seem really dramatic, and it really pissed me off when she do that, because it turned out it was like fine.
Yeah.
But she phrased it in this really dramatic way to get a reaction. I was just like, what? Why would you do that? Now I'm just worried, but then I didn't need to be.
Mm-hmm.
She did that a lot. I don't remember what it was exactly like that, but I remember her doing
I can't remember what it was, but I remember finding it very funny.
I think the funniest thing with James is the Black Ops 2 unboxing. That was fucking amazing.
With the one I always bring up is James's bike snapping in half was a classic.
I remember watching James's inner tube get removed by those cabs with a
Yeah,
fucking
Steve
biro.
Rennie. No, didn't they use a compass?
A compass, yeah, a compass.
I'd say it's YouTube stuff. It was just the YouTube video
The
stuff.
cringy YouTube videos. Anyone else have any others, or I'll move on?
Yeah,
Alright.
move on.
Cheese It Zings 123 asks, when will there be a female guest on the JARCAST? I need a strong woman character to look up to when I'm watching the JARCAST.
No girls allowed, actually.
Yeah, we've had that rule. It's been a long-standing rule for years.
Not
You know-
including
you know,
Flossie.
just because like we can have like a female on, do we really need to?
Well,
Does it bring something to the JARCAST that changes anything other than the fact that the JARCAST, the only guest we've had is Andrew,
yeah.
And that's only
and that
If
was
you-
just
if you
because we did it
discount the
once
one with-
ages ago, and then we just like fuck it, we'll do it
If you
again.
discount the guest ones with Hot Wet Soup and Clown,
yeah, yeah,
those guys weren't even on that one, so
exactly.
they
Yeah, those
hardly
ones
even
are
count.
different. Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
they're different.
They're not proper casts.
And someone, Malicious Pixie, replied to that saying, I second this. Love you guys, but the show's a bit of a sausage party. Excellent
what does
film.
it
Jim
matter?
loves it.
What does
We
it matter?
love sausages.
What do I love?
Sausage party.
I'm vegetarian
What does it
now,
matter
actually.
if it's a bit of a sausage party? I mean,
We're not
this podcast,
misogynist.
you don't need to always have like, you've got to have our token woman, our token black guy, our token
We've got
Asian
our token
person. We've got
almost black guy and our token gay. So.
yeah, you don't need to just do that. You don't need to throw them on. If this
we
is the
we
dynamic.
already have stereotypes with
Yeah.
the brother, the gay, and the other one.
yeah. Yeah, you don't need to have like fucking everyone. If you, I don't see that.
Well, you're treating it as if it's like a company.
Yeah, which is not.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can't
we'll
just get
Guys,
some
we're looking for a
random
new.
girl.
We're looking for a female friend. Needs to be able to simulate 8 years of friendship and know everything that's happened.
and also have a name that begins with either J, A, or R.
yeah. So can you do that? Thanks.
Sausage party. Banana Ray asks, given that most of your audience are teens, do you have any perspective on the kinds of people who are older than you that watch JARCAST? I'm nearly 27, so I don't know if that's strange to you. Thanks.
You must be mentally ill.
Yeah.
That's really all I got.
It makes you question,
We must be doing something.
It must
right.
mean we're way more intelligent than our ages
yeah, nice.
would
That's true.
make
Someone said
others
they're 67,
consider.
which I don't believe. But
67.
This is a fucking lie.
Sorry, 64.
That's a complete. That must be a lie.
Doing it right. Everybody will be eating
we
all the
won't
chicken
ever
tonight.
We won't be having a female guest. It will just be too weird.
We will be just sat there, bright red, and with our yeah. I love the way Argy reacts when you go like...
Doggy, come here, boy. Yes. Hello. Yes.
Oh, shit. So, Ruben, what are your thoughts on this question? Have you got any more stories about Ruben twerking?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ruben, you got any... Come on.
We're gonna make a story right now. Go on, twerk, Ruben.
Go on, Ruben, twerk. Ruben, go on, twerk. Go on, Ruben, you goddamn motherfucker, twerk. I've never heard Ruben be so quiet before.
I know, normally he's always got something to say.
Yeah, goddamn opinionated piece of shit.
He's right here.
Oh, well,
That's
he's clearly not with it at the moment.
He's obviously a bit drunk. That.
He's probably still high from yesterday. Oh.
That's just what plays when I leave room.
What's going on here?
Ruben!
We got a bit of a
That's two of
doppelganger.
them.
Someone's been watching Enemy.
Come here, Woggy.
Just sit on him.
Woggy, come here. Come here.
Oh, he just wanted to be part of the cast.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Pick you up. You can be on the cast. No, come on. You're being annoying.
Oh, Babor.
Oh my god, he looks completely just ludicrous.
Oh. I like how his tail starts spinning
Yeah.
around in circles.
They try to balance with it. So what are your thoughts on...
No, he's licking my hand.
Oh, let him.
No, it's Augie. I was trying to hold his head up then because he was gonna.
Like
was
a
gonna
baby,
put his
you have
neck-
to support the head.
Yeah, he was gonna put his neck down on the armrest, and I didn't want him to do that.
Thoughts on people who are
Come on.
30 that listen to JARCAST?
Listen, dog.
You're freaking awesome.
I hope they
Did you
enjoy
get a
our
clap?
content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Have a
must do if
whirl.
they watch it. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
If you're 30 years old watching the JARCAST,
Not only are you epic, but you're probably pretty random.
you're probably fucking sweet as fuck.
Probably fucking hot as fuck as well.
Nice, that's a safe assumption. Futuristic Bagel asks, 2-part question. You have to pick another JARCAST member who then has to choose a tattoo for you to receive.
Is that for everyone?
Yeah, let's do that one first. I'll start.
I hate tattoos.
I choose James to pick my tattoo. Don't you say it.
I get Bebo
Like,
tattooed
oh,
on your
okay.
back
Okay.
above the bum.
Oh my god, a tramp stamp Bebo. Alright. Someone else? Jim?
I mean, what if you picked one they'd actually like and one really awful one? Maybe that would be like a better judge of what people,
Okay.
how we perceive
Well,
each
you
other's
obviously
taste.
wouldn't pick Alex to give you a tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. So if Alex had to pick a good one and a bad one, that forced him not just to pick a meme one every, no matter, and then not think of anything. Because Alex with a meme would just be like, oh, you have to have me tattooed onto your hand.
Onto your face.
Yeah.
Jim?
I'd pick Ruben though.
Okay. So Ruben, what are you tattooing on Jim?
Just a really.
Fuck, I don't know.
That face, like on my arm.
Yeah.
I was just immediately my mind just drifted to Metal Gear. What's in Metal Gear?
Ooh,
Bandana. A bandana.
Yeah.
Tattoo a bandana onto your head. And just like staple like some fabric to the side so it looks like a bandana.
James, who do you pick?
I don't like tattoos.
No, you have to pick
You
someone.
gotta pick. Yeah, you have to pick.
None of
someone.
us have any.
Because if we were gonna pick a good one, it'd just be car or anime tattooed onto you somewhere.
No.
James, pick someone.
Jim.
Jim, what are you tattooing on James?
Oh.
1,000 rats.
My whole body would just be rats. Just like 1,000 of them.
I'd get you a Citroen logo on your forehead.
Or under the eye.
Yeah.
Well,
Instead of a
all
teardrop shape.
that leaves is
You, Ruben.
yeah. Well, Alex hasn't actually said a tattoo that he does.
Yeah,
Let's pick
so
Alex.
you have to
it's
pick
all,
Alex.
I'd either choose Gloria from Madagascar as on your arm, or You know that video? It's another hippo-related one. You know that that YouTube video of that hippo that's too much booty in the pants, too much booty in the pants, dance.
And it loops really bad.
Like every
dance.
frame of that hippo, like just around your body, like snaked around.
So if I spin round 5.
Yeah, just do it around like your waist. So if you spin, it's like an animated, the old animations with the spinny thing.
I'd have to spin so fast that I die though to make it look for it to be like however many frames per second.
Well, you could have someone spin around it with a camera in the right position, and it might look funny.
Yeah. It's just.
Can I actually say I really don't like tattoos, but I really
I feel like you said that
sleeves.
before.
You like sleeves?
I don't get a sleeve. Like normal
James-
tattoos that just
James,
start
imagine if
out.
James gets a sleeve.
It looked terrible because it wouldn't suit me.
I feel like it only suits certain people.
No, but I like them. But just normal tattoos that like start and end just look weird. It's like if they start there and then there, just
What
looks.
if people just have
What
tiny
other
like
choice do you
line
have?
symbols on them somewhere?
It looks weird.
I mean, there's obviously the really like white girly shit, which I, obviously would stay away from.
I just like
Something that I've
sleeves.
said about a friend is just having like an outline of MF Doom's mask just somewhere. Just looks cool.
That would be a pretty cool one. But
Yeah.
I'd never want one of like an artist or something.
Just in case they turn out. to be
yeah,
like,
they turn out like I got Kevin Spacey on
That's
mine.
what. That's
I'll
what.
never regret
That's
that
what we
one.
kept saying. We were like, yeah, but what if he turned out to be like really horrible? And you're like, yeah, then the tattoo's fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
David Bowie's a safe shout.
Well, he's dead, yeah.
Yeah, you can get away with that.
But
So you
is
got to
he
wait
though?
for them to die.
We don't know. Like, we don't know if he fucked any like babies.
I mean, they say he fucked plenty of 14-year-olds though.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
everyone
that's-
around
That's
them.
what they all did though.
Do you know what would be a really good tattoo?
Doesn't really make it.
To get
okay.
that science man tattooed there.
Yeah, that fucking science guy.
that no one can see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's get a PNG of it. Put it on the screen.
I won't remember to do that, so.
Oh, come on.
Look, it's gonna be right here. It won't be. I'm sorry.
Put something else.
The thing is that, like,
Glory.
I feel like you change as a person so often
Yeah,
that your mindset in 5 years is going to be different, and you're going to like different things.
So is that
and-
for some people though? It's like, yeah, I've got this little thing of a
Like
thing
a
I liked
reminder.
then, and a little thing of this, and a little thing of that, and that's how it keeps going.
Yeah.
Too much booty in the pants.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's just I would never personally get one.
Who does? Who in this room suits having a tattoo though? Or a tattoo would suit?
Probably Ruben.
Do you reckon?
Way more than us.
You know, I'm pretty sure Fantano has a ring tattoo
Yeah.
on his ring finger.
He's got a couple, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I just know he has that or like that. I remember noticing it. It's on
It
his ring
suits him.
finger.
It suits like the bigger people, I reckon, a lot more. Fantano's quite a chunky
I
boy.
thought that,
He's
but
a chunky
then
boy. He's a thick vegan.
Yeah, he's a thick
Yeah.
vegan boy.
Yeah.
I remember
secret.
seeing someone that was like quite skinny, like probably your size.
Well, yeah, or they're like really skinny, like.
And it does
yeah.
work on like
Mhm.
certain body types. It's hard to judge.
See, that's funny. You were saying I want to know the secret. I was thinking I want to know what Fantano does because he keeps himself in like a pretty good condition.
And he's a vegan.
Yeah, and he's a thick boy. And someone asked him it on one of his like Let's Argues, and it's just, yeah, I just run a few days a week, go to the gym, I eat, I don't eat after 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, and that's what he said, and I was like, oh, that's how he does it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Well, there you go. That's the
That's
secret, everybody.
There it is. It's out.
So we'll do one more, I guess. Well. Some of these are just
I
terrible.
watched Blade Runner 2049 yesterday, and I think it is now my favourite film I've ever watched. The best film ever for me. So there's just a little thing while Alex looks for a question.
It's
I
just
still
all
haven't
about
watched
Ruben
anything.
twerking, pretty much.
I can't actually twerk, so it's really just
Go to a dance school then.
no. I come to dance school, guys. Oh yeah, why? I want to learn how to twerk.
I guarantee you, like that's one of the most common dancing
Oh yeah, definitely.
lessons now.
Twerking is always like thrown into like choreographed dancing, isn't it? Somehow in like music videos,
In
it's got to be
ballet
like,
now.
sexy.
In
Ballet, in the ballet, at the Royal Ballet, there'll be some twerking.
There's a question from Einhorn Elk who asks, what is that weird little wound Alex has on his right hand? I noticed it recently when he showed his hand in a video, to which someone replied saying he smashed that like button too hard. I'm guessing they mean that a scar that's on there somewhere.
Well, you might have had like an argy thing on your hand. Have you had an argy thing on your hand
Yeah.
lately? Anything like that?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what a weird little wound is.
It's a
A
wounds
wound's
are
you know,
weird
but
and
not-
small.
It's too much booty in the
It might have been a burn. I've probably been
Pants,
burned.
too much booty
Whatever.
in the pants. Dance, too much booty in the pants. Dance.
What? What?
Some of these are too
Let me
goddamn.
whisper in your ear. Tell you something you might like to hear. Got a sexy ass.
My wound
Yes,
hasn't
it's
healed like at all.
And if I touch it to see if it's
Still
soft.
there.
Yeah, we're done.
No, we aren't done.
Well, we got like a minute, but I don't want to ask any more questions.
Okay, you start. Ready?
Do you know what I did this week?
Too much booty in the pants.
Pants, too much booty in the dance. Pants, too much booty in the pants.
Jar versus 1,000 rats. Rats, too much rats
We
in
died.
the ground. Rats.
No.
Unless we had weapons. Like
And
maybe.
Argy.
And argue, yeah.
And guys.
Okay, let's do
Guys
our
will probably be more
classic sending off thing. Ready? Jamie. James.
Ruben.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Thank you for watching this episode of the Jar Media Podcast. I hope you have a lovely week.
Yeah,
We'll
I won't be
catch
back.
you
I won't be
on-
back on the cast now for a few weeks, so this is my
We'll
last
catch
one.
you on this next Angry Joe show.
Give us one last twerk, Ruben.
I need to go home and cook my cream pie.
Well, Jim, zoom into the guy James was on about. Yeah, it's that guy next to the blue fish and the misprinted Yu-Gi-Oh card.
What do you mean misprinted you?
It's one of the, it's like a card that's got the wrong name printed.
James, you're in the way of the science man.
It's fine, we saw it. See you, everybody.
It's still going. It's still going.
Yeah, there's still loads of recording.
Damn, son!
You stopped 10 minutes.
No. Should I?